I just got done interviewing a customer named Claire from Australia, and it was probably my favorite interview that I've ever done. She'd been trying to become a successful trader for 12 years and spent $60,000 in coaching and training, seminars and indicators and signal groups with very moderate levels of success. She wanted to become a funded trader with prop firms using automated trading, so we joined our prop farming blueprint program, and in 2.5 months, she was able to get funded $1 million worth of trading capital. And in this video, her insight was invaluable. Whether you're somebody on the outside looking in at potentially getting funded with prop firms using automated trading, or you're somebody inside of our community looking to take your success to the next level, then this video is going to be perfect for you. Now, in full transparency, I'm not saying that Claire's results are typical or that you're likely to achieve similar results, but in this video, she explains exactly how she was able to do it. So start off and just give me the background about how you first came into trading and then ultimately into algorithmic trading in the first place.
Yeah, sure. So my first exposure to back then Forex trading was back in 2012. I was in like personal development, that circuit a bit. And from time to time, I go on those wealth creation seminars, introducing different opportunities. And I was always interested in financial freedom, even when I was going through uni. Because I always knew 9 to 5 wasn't for me, though I did personally spend well over a decade in the corporate arena, but it just never have gelled with me. And I always felt restricted and unnatural in that whole regime of 9 to 5, doing a job. Probably even back in the school days, I really didn't enjoy that kind of rhythm. It wasn't my natural rhythm. But from back then to actually until fairly recently, talking about a couple of years ago, I was pretty much just dabbling, trying different things, manual trading, indicators, signals, even account management of different sorts, sometimes with limited success, but hasn't been consistent. The amount of money I spend in terms of education, buying systems, I really don't want to tally them up because it's going to be depressing, to be
What would you
honest.
estimate? Just what would you estimate if you had to?
Right? I think it's depressing. I'd say somewhere between 50K to 100K Australian dollars, so slightly lower than also all other maybe slightly non-related income generating things. But trading alone, 60K roughly.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Got
yeah.
it. So you tried a lot of different signals, groups, coaching indicators. Da, da,
And
da.
trading on my own as well, just the normal way, including automated systems. But I haven't spent all that much time on automated systems. I remember years ago, probably now 5, 6 years ago, I was doing a whole bunch of like great trading EAs. And that blown up very much like you shared on some of the videos, which is inevitable. It's just like a inevitable learning experience as a beginner. Just get exposure of how these kind of algorithms can work, and when it goes wrong, how that may look like. So after accounts blown up over there, I basically stopped the EA direction for quite a while. And look, between 2012 and now, sometimes I stop trading for a year or two and then later come back to it and do things differently, try different things. But just to make this story short, a couple of years ago, I was really considering leaving my corporate job in accounting in the insurance industry because I wasn't happy. It's a great company and everything, but it just wasn't for me. So I was really a bit more serious in this trading thing because I wanted to replace my income. That's when I actually worked with a mentor one-on-one very closely and did lots of study, back testing, live trading, demo trading, live trading. And that's when start to become consistently profitable, modestly. Manual trading, supply demand, those ICT. I just tried lots of things and distilled it to a trend following system or buy at discount, sell at premium, to put it super simply. Um, but shortly after, I just noticed I was still very uneasy
Mm.
about the sustainability and long-term profitability for my trading, despite me, look, To be completely fair, I think if I keep learning and almost train myself as an Olympian, because trading in a way is not for the hearted. It's actually very much like training yourself to be an athlete mentally,
Mm.
for the most part. And basically, each day we are walking into uncertainty of different kinds. So I was uneasy, and also I was trading my own funds. So with it comes lots of stress and just not sure about how my psychology may fare in the real longer term drawdown, like a month or even a quarter, which if we understand statistics, it will happen at some stage multiple times throughout our trading career. So that's when I started looking into from trading. And also because I realized in many ways we are our worst enemy when it comes to trading. And I really did not enjoy, for the most part, looking at the charts and managing trades and really be too close to the action.
Mhm.
Because in many ways, the market is designed to make us lose balance. It's just the master, but ultimately it's not the market. It's the imbalances within our own psyche that make it like the market is designed to play mind games, and we play lots of mind games with ourselves. So I really was looking for a way to remove myself from the picture as much as possible to be successful in trading. So I was looking for this non-action, non-doing way. It's also aligned with my personal orientation.
Mm.
Because I realized the more we think and the more we can trap ourselves into our own thinking and make the wrong decisions.
Mm.
So that's when things really align. I was looking for something. Automated trading would be great, and the prop trading is preferred than own fund. And then I saw your video. I was researching terms, right? Or this
Oh,
forex, this futures. So I was just looking at YouTube, and Blue Edge is quite prominent in those review videos. So I watched multiple videos, and sometimes you throw out, "Hey, by the way, there's a community and there's this opportunity." I was just curious. I really didn't know whether I would engage or some just thought, oh, that's something different. I haven't heard about that before.
mm.
So that's how it started with Blue Edge for me.
Okay. Interesting. And so tell me about what your experience has been with our company so far. The good, the bad, the ugly, what you've liked, what sort of result you've gotten, this sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah. So I would say I found this entire experience so far to be very simple. From time to time, I may complicate things a bit by overthinking here or there, but I guess the real great foundation is the business model itself is very easy to understand.
Mm.
And you can understand it from the logical aspect, the numbers aspect, and the community has much proof, social proof. And you can see people getting engaged and getting results. So it's never convoluted or complex. It's actually very simple. So I feel it can work for a wide range of people with different skill sets, different time availability, and capital availability. So that's what I find. Yeah, but you can ask more detailed questions, and then I can maybe give some more
No,
color to it.
that's perfect. So I know we're talking because you made it into our seven-figure funded club and you got funded $1 million worth of trading capital. And I think you've been a member less than 3 months or around 3 months. Is that right, Claire?
Yeah, I joined late May, so it's 2 months and some, 2.5 months.
2.5 months, which is incredible. So what do you attribute that success to in such a short period of time?
Yeah, so look, as I mentioned to Prit, I never see it as like a just personal success. Basically, I see myself helped onto a powerful vehicle. And I was interested in learning the tools and then lining things up. The resources are already in place. Basically, I had clarity where I want to go, and I engaged the powerful tools, the powerful vehicle, and I drove a certain distance within this period of time. That's how I see it. So I'm definitely not saying you don't do anything and then you just get plugged into something and you just sit there. That's not how it works. But
Yeah.
without a powerful vehicle, which is a Blue Edge system, then I would make progress. However, I would not make nearly as much progress. I estimate if without this system, I just do it on my own, I'm probably still in the trying to pass challenges stage by now, which is
Mm,
completely normal.
yeah. Totally. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So you got in the right vehicle that kind of sped up the process to success. Now, what is like your future goals with it? I know you're only at 2 months and a half in, but what
Mm,
is it that you're seeing as the next level or what you're ultimately trying
yeah.
to accomplish?
Yeah. Look, my nature,
Nice.
well, no, I'm not an ambitious person. What I'm looking for is a sustainable business.
Uh-huh.
And for me, obviously, we all need money to function, to survive, and to enjoy life, a given. For me, another big part is I want savings, I want a financial cushion, so I don't need to think about money. Basically, I want money enough so I don't need to think about money. That's really doesn't sound ambitious, does it?
Mhm.
But that's me. It's just I don't want to think about trading, so I want to remove myself from trading as still being a trading business.
Mhm.
The same thing with finances. I'm not like thinking about a multi-million something. I'm thinking about setting up my business up in a way so I just work the system, work the numbers. But from day to day, I do not need to worry about whether today I've won, today I've lost. That's not something I want to be too tied up with. So financial, more peace of mind, which is also financial freedom. So
Mm.
to me, those are tied together as one integral thing. I
Absolutely.
don't know if it makes sense, but
Oh, totally. No, I think totally. So many will go through their entire life thinking about money constantly and worrying about money and
yeah, I don't want that. And I've never
yeah.
been wired to be someone who obsess about money that much at all. I'm pretty much quite happy just about money occasionally, despite me being an accountant. So probably
Yeah.
that's why I didn't stay in accounting for all that long. Because it's just too close to money.
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, talking about my goals, right?
Yeah.
So at this stage, I'm at a milestone, and many thanks to Blue Ash, to you and Joe, and so many people on this team. My next stage is really to build up another $1 million funded worth of funded account in reserve. You already watched my recording, so I'm fairly okay with putting. I bet it's what you do when you get funded accounts. You not shine putting them to work. You're not saving 9 out of the 10 and just put one and then wait for a month and see what happens. To me, that's what's the. It's just personally, what's the point of getting so many funded accounts?
Mhm.
But I understand when we put a big chunk of our existing funded accounts to work, then the flip side, sometimes market conditions, the accounts go into drawdown, some fail. So for me, the only way to be comfortable longer term is to have a decent reserve army, if you like. So that's
Yes.
my goal. Pretty much do what I do, but slower because at the moment I'm not hedging. I use trend counter trend as my hedge
Uh-huh.
very recently because that's really recent development. But my way is to have reserves while having multiple funded accounts active.
Yes. Yes, that totally makes sense. So, what would be your advice to either people on the outside that are looking in, that are considering joining Blue Edge? What is your advice to those people? And then maybe what is your advice to other people that were like you, that were trying to figure out trading, maybe had varying levels of success, maybe bought a lot of different stuff? What is your advice to those people too that are struggling trying to figure it out?
Sure. So for people on the outside, I imagine some of them are also trying a lot of different things, trading or not trading related alike. So for those people, I would say if it interests you, then talk to someone from within the system, book a call and just ask your questions. Ask specific questions and get the numbers, nothing and guaranteed number, but have some scenarios so you can go away and think about whether this could work for you because each person's at a different place financially, time wise, and their own skill set. So that's that. And for people who have committed and are in this community, I would say the best thing is to Learn as much as you can. Use the existing resources, including the coach, the office hours, the Discord community, the existing training material, video form, text form. Goal setting is also important. I feel goal setting, it's good to strike a balance. Have your goal, have the clarity, but from day to day also let go of the attachment of a rigid timeline and exactly how this may be achieved. So for me, I did have clear goals. I know a big milestone is the 10 funded account of 100K each. That was no question because I want to build a business. And when we work out the numbers, like that's a foundation. That's things can really go at scale from that point on. So was very clear that's a step for me to get there. But I wasn't thinking about it, like obsessing over it to the point, actually, after getting a meeting founded, only like many days later, I was thinking to myself, wonder whether I should have about a meeting founded. And then I started counting, I realized, yeah, I'm a meeting founded. But from that point on, day to day, I just do the same thing. It's not that different. This is a continuous process. It's never finished because your accounts are in constant evolution and change. So it's not like you stop planting, stop seeding the crops or anything. It's the same thing, just at different scale and with different emphasis. That's all.
Totally.
Not a
And
magic. kind
yeah.
of.
And so just at a really high
Yeah.
30,000-foot level without getting too much into the details,
Yeah.
what's been your approach? Are you going for 2 challenges every week? Are you trying to
Mm.
trade a certain number of challenges at a time? Or and also, what has been your success rate? Like, what percentage of time have you actually been getting funded?
Yeah. So at a high level, my approach, like a newcomer to a field, because crop farming is new to me. So I basically just try things and see how things turn out and how I feel about it. So I pretty much started like everyone else, just do the recommended farms. But I did start. I remember my first week, I set up 3 or 4 challenges with different firms.
Mm.
And some weeks I don't maybe start 1 challenge. Sometimes I start 3 or 4, but on average, I'd say averaging about 3 a week. However, you just also consider I'm in the peak accumulation stage, right? And then later on, maybe when I do have enough reserves, I may slow down, but I will never stop. I imagine at least 1 new challenge a week. I wouldn't stop. But it's from week to week, my portfolio may look quite different. Sometimes it's just enough challenges already running, so there's no need to add too many. Other times, maybe a whole bunch pass or fail, and I basically just top up.
Yeah.
So that's the challenges. And in terms of success rate, so disclaimer, right? I haven't been doing this for this long, so my sample size is still small. At the
Uh-huh.
moment, my pass rate is around 45% overall.
Wow.
But that's based on a sample size of 20 something completed challenges. So, like I said in the AMA, I wouldn't be surprised if over time it gets lower to a more 33%, or if I'm fortunate, slightly higher. But I think for now, I just do what I know to do. And hopefully, over time, when the sample size gets a bit larger, I can have a bit more significant stats to rely on.
Sure, totally makes sense. Claire, thanks so much again for doing this. Congratulations on all your success, and I'll talk to you inside the farmers chat.
Yeah, talk to you soon. Thank you so much.